Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Motasem Mirza and I am a MS scholar in clinical psychology, Department of Professional Psychology, Bahria University, Lahore. So today my topic is the relationship between OCD and repetitive behavior in high functioning autistic children, the role of therapeutic alliance. Now, obsessive compulsive disorder, it is a mental health disorder characterized by the presence of recurring insertive thought, it's called obsession, and repetitive behavior called compulsions. These obsessions and compulsions can significantly impact a person's daily life, causing distress, consuming a significant amount of time and energy, and interfering with their functioning and well-being. Repetitive behavior refer to actions or actions performed repeatedly and persistently, often in a stereotyped or ritualistic manner. These behavior may be physical actions such as hand washing, checking tapping, or arranging objects, or they can be mental acts such as counting, repeating certain phrases or words silently, or mentally reviewing events. Autism spectrum disorder is a complex neurodevelopmental disorder that affects communication, social interaction, and behavior. It typically becomes apparent in early childhood and continuous uh, throughout a person's life. Autism is considered a spectrum disorder because it encompasses a wide range of symptoms, abilities, and level of impairment, which can vary significantly from person to person. Now, moving to literature review, I have literature review. Now, rationale of the study. The study aimed to investigate the relationship between obsessive compulsive disorder and repetitive behavior in high functioning autistic children. It also sought to explore the impact of the therapeutic alliance between the therapist and the child. The rationale of the study is based on the need to understand the co-occurrence of OCD and repetitive behavior in autistic children and evaluate the effectiveness of therapeutic interventions in reducing these symptoms. My objective of the study, uh, the first is to examine the relationship between OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors in high functioning autistic children. The second one is to explore the impact of therapeutic alliance between the therapist and the high functioning autistic children. The third one is to evaluate the effectiveness of therapeutic interventions in reducing OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors in high functioning autistic children. Hypothesis of the study. There will be a positive correlation between OCD symptoms and repetitive behavior in high functioning autistic children. There will be a negative correlation between the therapeutic alliance and both OCD symptoms and repetitive behavior in high functioning autistic children. The therapeutic alliance will be a significant predictor of treatment outcomes for reducing OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors in high functioning autistic children. Procedure. A sample of 50 autistic children between the age of 6 and 12 years who meet the DSM-5 criteria for OCD and had a history of repetitive behaviors. Data was collected through convenient sampling technique from children, parents, and caregivers. Participants were selected from different hospitals in Bhutan, ensuring representation from both children, gender. Measurements, the self-administered questionnaire used in the study. Childhood autistic rating scale, repetitive behavior questionnaire, children's Yale-Born obsessive compulsive scale, Wechsler intelligence scale for children, verbal and performance intelligence questionnaire. Procedure. The researcher used correlation and regression analysis through the statistical package for the social sciences SPSS version 21 to interpret the collected data. Correlation analysis was employed to examine the relationship between OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors, as well as the association between the therapeutic alliance and these symptoms. Regression analysis were conducted to determine the predictive value of therapeutic alliance on treatment outcomes. The results: the study found a significant positive correlation between OCD symptoms and repetitive behavior in high-functioning autistic children, indicating that these behaviors are related. A significant negative correlation between a therapeutic alliance and both OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors. A stronger therapeutic alliance is associated with reduced symptoms. Regression analysis showed that the therapeutic alliance significantly predicted treatment outcomes, indicating that a stronger therapeutic alliance and a linking to better results in reducing OCD symptoms and repetitive behavior. Conclusion of my study: the study established a relationship between OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors in high-functioning autistic children. It highlights the importance of therapeutic interventions that prioritize the development of strong therapeutic alliance between the therapist and the child, addressing both OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors constantly is circular for achieving a person's outcome. The findings underscore the significance of considering these behavior as interrelated and acknowledging their potential influence on each other. Suggestion of my study: further investigations will warranted to explore the efficacy of different therapeutic interventions in improving the therapeutic alliance between therapists and high-functioning autistic children. Also, comparative study could be conducted to determine the most effective appropriates. Further researchers should consider longitudinal design to assess the long-term effects of therapeutic interventions on reducing OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors. Limitation of my study: sample size was small. Recent-related convenience sampling technique, which could introduce selection bias. Implication of the study: the study highlight the importance of considering the relationship between OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors in high-functioning autistic children during clinical practice. Therapists and clinical clinicians should focus on addressing both of these behaviors and therapeutic interventions, recognizing their interrelated nature. By targeting both areas simultaneously, more effective outcomes can be achieved in reducing OCD symptoms and repetitive behaviors. Any question? Thank you.